Hi and welcome to Angling For You. Today you join me at the Aire and Calder navigation canal. We are doing a spot of pike fishing, but we're also doing a little bit of maggot feeder fishing. And I just wanted to mention I know you've seen the inline maggot film, but I just want to sort of say my approach to the canal. It's not too much dissimilar, if I'm honest. I've got the trusty Daiwa Yankum Bank 11 foot and a little TDM reel. I'm fishing quite close in, and I've got the inline feeder. If you want to go and look at the inline feeder, I'll put the link in the description below on how to make those down to a quick stop bead. Now the difference to the summer is obviously I've got sort of a 12-inch hook link. Now if it's really cold, I'd probably start at about 15 inches. I've started with 12-inch today and I've started to catch on it, so it really depends on how cold it is. You start off with a bigger, usually is better for length, and then work it closer. Now that's down to a B911 size 18 barbless, even though we're on the canal and you can use barbed or micro barbed. We're going to go with barbless, and the main line is 6-pound Daiwa hypersensor. And what I'm going to do is just hook a couple of maggots, red and white, so we can just have a little bit. I am a big advocate of white and red. Now when you fish the canal, the difference is obviously you fish a lake and you fish a pond, although you do get tow, you tend to get a lot more tow on a canal. But not only that, you've got stages, so where you are you usually get a platform where it is sort of a ledge in front of you, usually around 6 foot, and then you can have way deeper than that in the centre, but that's sort of where the track is, and you can go on average, and this one's probably 8 to 9 foot, but you can be on deeper canals, it can be longer. And again, across the other side it comes up again into a ledge of about 6 foot. But the reason I'm telling you this is it depends on what time of the year. Now the track obviously is a great place to produce fish, really good when you're fishing a pole. Today is quite sunny, so what I felt is quite close in, and I've got a little bit of margin to my left, and that's where I'm flicking the bait out to. So I'm still in 6 foot of water, but I feel with a bit of sun, it's not death cold yet, it's still in double figures. The fish are going to look at going over there. So what I'm going to do is flip the camera to a little bit, include a bit more of a view over there, and we'll see if we've got the fish still in the peg and where I'm casting it in. Right, so the ethos really behind this video is another thing of obviously just fishing canals, and we're trying to get a bit more different varieties, is the fact of simplicity. And I think modern day fishing, it's all about what best gear you've got, what box you've got, what rods you've got, and sometimes just go down to back to a canal, to the core of fishing, and it's a lot more humbling of a situation to fish, and it requires a lot more knowledge, patience and tact than you would do in a pond, because effectively you've only got that pond and the fish can't go anywhere but that pond, and we're in a vast amount of water here where you have to hold the fish, you have to think about your environment. So today, I've got an unhooking map for if we catch a decent sized pike. I'm swinging most of the fishing because they're only of a small size, but I have got a bigger net over there. I've got a nice little Ramblers bag, all my things that I need in, mate, and a discard, there's all my bits and bobs in here, and other than that, I don't really need anything. And simple as that, it's a simple way of fishing. Got a pair of sunglasses for the reflection, and other than that, no rod rest, no nothing. Just a case of loading that feeder up as you would do. And like I say, if you haven't checked out that inline feeder, maggot feeder, go check that out, because it's revolutionised my maggot feeder fishing. Just a little idea I had, a little underarm cast, and that's it really. Flick it out as you would normally, let your line play out. All I'm doing is using this side in front of me, just resting it on the bank basically, and I've got a little bit of an angle, it's sat on my knee, so any bites on there and we're away. And fishing does not get any simpler than that. Don't get me wrong, as much as the other person, I love fishing the big venues and the match ponds and all that. Of course I do, everybody does that, we enjoy catching carp. But this time of year, silver fishing, canal fishing and piking now obviously is a new thing that I've taken into. It's great. And if you're going to go pike fishing, and there's it isn't like fishing on say, I don't know, a commercial. You aren't gonna get fish in your peg and you're gonna catch one after another or one every couple of minutes. It ain't gonna happen like that. So it pays to either be really patient and you know, just relax, or do what I do and bring a maggot feeder or a waggler or a whip or something like that to your peg and fish that, obviously, while you're fishing your pipe rig. So it just makes total and utter sense. A little liner there. So there's definitely fish there. Into a fish now. Feels like a little perch. And it is nice perch. Swing him in. We've got, as I can say, we've got that unhooking mat at the side. Should have brought over my discarger, but I have got some rather large but still usable tongs. It's just hooked in the other side of the lips. Let's have a look. It's turning round. In it, obviously, I'll go get my discarders. A little bit of a precarious, but as you see, a beautiful canal perch, absolutely fin perfect, beautiful fish. And this is the kind of the things that we used to do when we were little kids. And you know, look, the bait's fine. It's just hit the bait with no problem there. That's the thing when you catch perch. They tend not to crush your bait. They tend just to hit it and swallow it in one go, with them being a predatory fish, whereas your roach, your skimmers are the ones that usually squash your maggots. But what's more simple, they're doing a little bit of rambling and a little bit of piking and a little bit of maggot fishing. If you notice, with it being this time of year, and it's not Baltic yet, but it's obviously colder than fishing in the summer. I'm only filling half full the maggot feeder, and also I'm not, unless I get a fish, I'm not in and out every sort of minute or 2 minutes as you would do normally. We're looking for, you know, a good 3 to 4 minutes before, unless we've had a bite, of course, that we go to top up.